We have a massive problem. What is up my guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we need to tackle a massive oil leak on the Honda. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but I stopped driving this car about 3 days ago and today we definitely need to fix it. Last week I went to get the GSR cams installed. I don't have a lot of footage, but I will add some right now. So after getting the cam installed, as I pulled the car out, I noticed that there was a big puddle of oil lying on the floor. I drove the car home. I actually limped it home because after that the car was not happy, it was misfiring. So coming home on Friday afternoon, I parked the car off. Saturday morning I went to my friends at Lethal Motorsport and they hooked me up with a new set of coils that they had in spare, just to see if they'll fix our issue. So we pulled the plugs, we recapped the plugs, put in the new coils, and everything was 110%. As I pulled out of their shop, I noticed another massive puddle of oil and still not sure where it's coming from. That was on Saturday. I drove the car home. I had a look at the sump. I could not figure out where the oil is coming from. Topped it up with oil and I drove to my friend who's about 70 km from me. Before I left his house the following morning, I checked the oil and the car took 1.5 liters of oil. So I decided to park the car off and not drive it until I can fix it, and today is that day. By the way guys, we are on a new camera. I said in the previous video that I was saving up for a camera and we got a new camera. Let me know how this looks down in the comments below. I shot some footage over the weekend with it. I wasn't too happy, but then I started studying how these things work and trying to figure out how to get the best footage. So let me know down in the comments below what the footage looks like. This is what it currently looks like under the car, and you guys saw that I just wiped a bunch of oil there. This is what the rear of the car looks like, and that's when I decided that I won't drive the car anymore. And then, like I just showed you, that's all the oil on the floor. So I'm going to go in underneath now, and I think my plan is going to be to remove the branch from the car so we can have access to the whole entire sump as well as the oil filter. See if it's maybe not leaking from the oil filter, because I don't think as much oil as it's leaking that it would be the sump only. So let's go in and see what we can find.
2 hours later.
Been a while since I last updated you guys. We had to dive in pretty deep. So this is what caused all of our issues. This takes oil pressure from the block and sends it to the Vtec controller, which sits next to the motor up here by the cam. So that's this whole conversion goes into the block and then it sends oil pressure. For some reason this wire was off. I need to find out if that is of any significance, but I think this, or the management reads oil pressure from here, I would assume. And then this is the section that broke off in the head. You can see there, or in the block actually, you can see there where it sheared off. So the other bit is still in the block. It's supposed to look like this one, so we need to get that out, redo it. And while we're at it, I got a new sump gasket from Honda, which I'm waiting for, so we will have about 2 days to get it sorted. So the sump is coming back off, and my main concern is getting this out of the block. If we can get this out of the block, then we should be good. It's been, like I said, it's been a couple of hours since I last updated you guys. I just kind of started digging to see where the issue is, and before I found myself, we were this deep in it. This is something that we don't have a choice. We can't leave it like this. So this, it wasn't completely broken off. It was just like something must have pushed it. I don't know what. So it was sitting like this, not flush against the block. It was sitting like this, and it was dripping oil out. And that's why we have so much oil underneath the car and at the back of the car. So once I started trying to get this off, it just completely broke off in the head. There was so little holding it on that that it completely broke off. So we are going to be using easy out. Never used easy outs, so gonna have to probably Google and see how to work with it. There you can see is where it broke off in the block. So I'm going to use the easy out now to try and extract that piece. You can actually see all the oil here that was leaking.
Later.
It is currently Friday afternoon. It's been like 3 or 4 days since I last filmed or had an opportunity to work on the car, but I finished work early today and I finally got the time to get everything that was needed. I was waiting for a new sump gasket from Honda. I just decided that while we are redoing everything, let's change out the sump gasket, because I think it was still sweating, but I can't promise you with all the leaking that has been going on, but I just decided to swap it out while I'm here now. So we got that, and then we got this fitting a lot cleaner now. We took off the oil pressure switch that goes to the cluster. So this T, we took it out. There's no need for a switch on the cluster. As soon as the ECU master picks up or oil pressure drops, it will shut the motor. So there's no need for me to see it. I trust that the ECU master will do its job. I'm going to put this fitting on now, and then we can start getting the sump cleaned up. And once that's cleaned up, we can do the new sump gasket. I want to fix everything today so that the car can sit overnight once again with a new sealant and stuff on. And then tomorrow we can put oil in and fire this thing up. I don't know if I showed you guys, but the block actually cracked where we took, or where this fitting broke off in the block. The block actually cracked. So I got some. What I'm going to do, since space is so limited up there, I'm going to put that fitting in the block, clean it up, put the Pratley steel, and then I'll show you guys exactly what I was talking about. Apparently it's a very common issue on the non-Vtec cars that they convert to Vtec. I don't know, it's my first Honda. So regardless, I'm gonna do what's needed, and then I'll show you guys what I did. Okay, so this just happened. as I was busy turning this in by hand, still the section that I told you was cracked, it completely broke off. I don't know what we are gonna do next. I don't know. I'll see you in the next one, bro. Peace out.